process in the mentorship. And I have a couple of questions for you. Something that happened that marked you and made you kind of look for something different in your ways of studying English.
I mean, I had a pretty good English before, but it wasn't like 100% like it is right now. So always something like that made the other guy close to me like go ahead and ask, "Hey, what was that?" Or I couldn't understand what you said. Little details that I couldn't find, the way to fix it. A better accent. Let's be honest. I was with problems on my accent. So some go from there, and then once I'll call you, we can figure this thing out, and we can see your English, and then the level and what we think about it. And then I remember on our first conversation, you said you got a pretty good English, but there's definitely something that we can improve on it. Different. And then you just corrected me on the right way, like, hey, this is different. And then, I
Yeah.
had a problem with my American guys, my American friends that worked with me and those that works with me right now. And then now they just like, hey, Alan, you're getting even better. You know, like I couldn't imagine you definitely it's working on it. Because I said to them, I was like, I'll be working on it. I will find someone who's going to help me out with this whole thing. And then I did. And then I glad I did because now everybody knows around me. I just getting even better every day. So,
You are
there's
even
definitely
better every day. I agree.
so so there's definitely something that made me feel very, very comfortable, especially on my solid conversation. And then I used to trying to find another words because I couldn't remember or I did not know how to, how pronounce that. So now my pronunciation it's getting even better. So then I just like I remember I just got like picture of you in my mind. I never, I used to spend my money on I don't want to say that word, but shitty things, scams and everything all the way around in the world and Instagram and everything. So no, never. The thing we got a difference between you and everybody else. So you're kind of picky, like once you realize the guy it's going wrong on his pronounce or whatever, you're gonna be on that thing until we get this thing fixed.
Yep.
It's not just like, hey, all right, go do your homework or something like this and let me do my job and I gotta make more money and stuff like that. This is not the way Susie works. So just to let everybody know, she's gonna be a pain in the ass for a little while if you don't learn this thing on the right way. So you know
Yep, I am. I
and
know.
being really honest.
Now that you know all of the sounds of English, do you think they're really important to be a fluent speaker?
Definitely, this is actually everything. You can be a really good English speakers, you can know the words and everything, but if you don't know how to pronunciation is, you actually will get in trouble. I mean, there to me, I already told you that some people think it's okay, I know how to speak English. That's all right. So this is what is important for me, but not for me because usually, once you go out of the country and then your accent it's going pretty bad or you don't know how to pronounce things, they will never understand. They will turn up to you. They will like, hey, I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you. And then you're gonna think like, well, I thought I was good, but I'm not that much good anymore. And I had this experience a lot. I had this thing a lot, even in the airport. When I went down to Florida, you know, trying to get a soda, and then with the, pretty bad accent, they just like, hey, I'm sorry, what do you want? And then I was repeating and repeating, and the guy was like, hey, I couldn't understand. You have it translated on you, and I was like, what? I was like, I thought I was good, really. I was like, oh my god, I'm doing that bad, and then everybody, around me in the line, it was like, I believe he wants a soda. And then the guy, the guy back in the line just yelled at soda, and it was like, I think it was like soda. And then, the guy was like, he wants soda. And I was like, soda, what the heck? And the guy was like, oh, you want a soda. All right. So it's really important. It's just the small details that will make you feel bad or like get in trouble in some situation.
Good job. All right. Yeah, that's always, it's always fun to hear things like that because it's such a small difference when you say soda or soda, and it makes such a big impact on actually you feeling well about your English. What about the
Yeah.
chunks?
And like really, really fast, like, hey, blah, 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 hey, how are you? What's going on? And blah, blah. So it makes me like feel better with my pronunciation because I can go slowly. I can think on a little more on my vocabulary. And then it's been such a great because sometimes when you're going fast and fast and fast, you forget things, you know. So you're gonna forget something, and that will also make the American guy ask you what's going on. Just go a little slowly so I can, express myself better and they can understand me and I can actually put my mind to work on my accent. And then, it's definitely incredible. There's to me, it's like a tricky that nobody else teach us, like I never heard about chunks before. And I had like a bunch of teachers on my life, and then nobody said anything about this thing. So you you were the first one. So you you were the first one, you know. You were the first one that showed me this, and the different way to learn English. That's why I said to everybody close to me, it was like, hey, she goes a little different than the other ones. And then
Yeah.
it's such a incredible experience because you think you're not going to learn anything because you think you already know English, but you know what, you don't until you meet Susie, and then you're going to learn on the right way.
Ask you, what would you say to somebody who has already tried everything? Like they think they've tried everything. What would you say to them?
I would say give her one more chance, even one day to have the experience, and see how she works and how things get better every class. And then the material and the English that you showed me, the easiest way to learn English, so even if you watch movies, listen musics, you're not gonna catch any everything. You're not gonna catch everything. You're gonna have to have someone in your life as like a Susie just to let you know you're doing wrong. And then this is what I did, and then I'm so glad I did. Had such a great experience, 5 months that changed my whole life and then my whole future too. Everything that I did and everything that I will do.
Was it worth it? And was it worth the time and investment? Because the time that we had together was 3 months. Was the amount of money that you invested and the 3 months that you invested on working spaghettis 15 minutes every day, was it worth it?
Well, it was the best spend money I ever did in my life. And that money, it's an investment because it will bring you freedom. You're going to be free to talk to someone. You're going to be free to find a good opportunity at the grocery store, at the gas station, at on the road, whatever. There's a thing you can spend money on Amazon all the time. It will not bring you any opportunity to find a good job. Now I just got promoted and I'm just working a little up because my English is even better. And then now I can deal with customers, I can deal with the phone and mails, everything. So, and then once I get better, more money, my career, it's going up. I can be Alan right now, like, hey, I want to say something for you. I'll say it because Susie just told me how to say it. That's the thing, you know?
And do you
So yeah, I mean, whoever wants to be a bilingual needs to spend that money with you.
thank you? And do you feel that you are fluent enough to go on an interview and be confident with your English at this point?
Definitely, 100%.
And we've done how many months have we worked on your English?
4, I believe.
Yeah, this is the fourth month. So we did the
Yeah.
2 months intensive and then um, diagnosis and analysis of your English. And I am really happy to say that you will not be continuing with me because there's absolutely nothing for you to do with me. It's wasting your time, it's wasting my time. And so, you're free to go. You're just enjoy your life.
Thank you for everything you've done for me. All
You're my
right.
pride and joy. You're one of the best students I've had. And I'm very, very happy to be able to say this to you because actually you
Thank you.
did all the work and, it's just a guidance, but you did every single spaghetti. You worked, you went into English, you did every single thing that we talked about in class and you went out and you did it on your own. So kudos to you. Congrats. Amazing
Thank you.
job. And now go have fun with your English.